So I don't like things to get personal. But things got personal a while back, and I'm going to give you a little story. I, myself, identify as somebody who leans to the left. I don't think I'm that extreme, but to some people, it seems like I'm extreme. Just thinking that universal health care should be a thing, but whatever, right? So this is my story. Family member does not think that way. They think extreme right. 4 years ago, this family member does not know my political affiliation, assumes that I think the way they do. Because what's funny is a lot of people can have a lot of the same things in common and think different politically and think of, different political ideologies, but it's very hard for people to distinguish. But that person out loud, in public, in a public place, said that people with my ideology, now 4 years ago, before all these people started talking about things getting heated and escalating, said that people with my ideology should be lined up and all of them said, every single one of them was not joking, said it heartfelt. Nope, that's just how it should be. I find this alarming. I think it's fucking psychotic. I think anybody that thinks like that is psychotic. But whatever, your family, you ignore those things. I have a very, very opinionated social media presence. And specifically on one app, which a lot of family tends to be on, and I think you guys probably know. I am saying a lot of things that are charged, and we do not agree. The other person cannot help themselves from jump into the conversation and battle and battle and battle. Whereas I try to disengage. I don't comment on theirs. I stop. Make no comments. They can't help themselves. They get to the point where they're so upset, instead of unfollow, they click unfriend. And do you know what they do? They post on their page that the liberal so-and-so family member unfriended them. Now, you can actually go in and see the people that you've unfriended. I show this to my wife. You'd think the logical thing that somebody would do if they were in a hothead is realize, oops, maybe I did click unfriend instead of unfollow. Nope. They clicked. They stand their ground. They leave that sucker up for 2 weeks, talking trash to the entire family. Okay? So let's fast forward. I do not engage with this person on social media. I try to remain civil. I get on this app and I start stating my opinion, and then I start noticing comments that seem eerily similar. I block those people, that person. A couple days later, comments very, very similar with names very, very similar pop up. I block that. I think if you're creating new accounts, or even if you're jumping onto different social media platforms to seek out someone, or you happen to see that person, you still can't help yourself but comment. I think that is a psychotic mindset. I honestly think that is psychotic. And it's not healthy, especially given what you said in public. And I don't think a lot of people are willing to go on social media and explain these stories. But now I have that same person going back onto a platform where they have not engaged and reacting to public comments because they just can't help themselves. Which, again, seems very psychotic if you're trying to keep things at least semi-civil. I am only giving this story just for the simple fact that I want to know other people that have dealt with this, have somebody else there that may have dealt with this. And if you are somebody who's doing this, creating the profiles, you need to go get some counseling and get some help. Go get help. I'm in counseling. I know I'm stressed out. I go see somebody. I think it's totally healthy to go do it, and I think it's a great thing to do. But I think you need this person needs to have some introspection and understand that there's family members that they haven't talked to for fucking years because of some petty ass bullshit like this. And you can't learn your lesson because you disagree with me politically. That you think that I am the devil. I think you're misinformed, but you probably think I am literally the devil or a wicked person. And I think that is some psychotic shit. Psychotic. Again, I'm doing this on this platform just to vent. This is a lot of my therapy. I feel like I get somewhat of an audience that somewhat understands what I'm dealing with every day. And that's why I do it. And that person has every right to do that as well. I'm just not going to engage in it because I know it's not going to lead to anything good. But again, if you've dealt with this, I mean, more power to you. If you're engaging in what I'm talking about, take a step back and understand why a lot of people probably think you're an asshole. And a lot of people probably don't say it to your face because you're a hothead. But I promise you, a very, very large portion of people think you're an asshole. Okay? I promise you.